3-hour delay, but we'll be right with you. 3-minute. We are ready to get started. I'm going to call to order our joint meeting of the City Council, successor agency to the Redevelopment Agency, Public Finance Authority, Public Utility Authority, Housing Authority, Paris Joint Authority, and Paris Community Economic Development Corporation of the City of Paris, this Tuesday, May 10th, 2022, at 6:42 p.m. Madam Clerk, can we have a roll call, please?
Sure. Councilmember Rogers?
Here.
Councilmember Nava?
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Corona?
Present.
Councilmember Raab?
Here.
Mayor Vargas?
Here. Thank you. And we are Zooming tonight. Councilwoman Rita Rogers will be Zooming as well. For those of you who are Zooming, you'd like to make a public comment, just simply click on the Zoom screen, click on the participants button on the bottom of your screen. A list of participants will appear at the right side of the screen. At the bottom of this list, click on the gray raised hand button. This will signal to the host that you would like to provide public comment, and you'll be added to the list. If you're using Zoom on your smartphone, tap on your screen. A new screen will pop up with the list of participants. Look for the raised hand button on the screen. And for those of you calling on a traditional phone line, hit *9, and that will signal that you'd like to make a comment. Item 3 is going to be our invocation. This will be led by Pastor Nolan Turnage from the Grove Community Church. And then if you'd remain standing after that, we will do our Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Councilwoman Rogers.
Let us pray. Father, we're so grateful and thankful for this opportunity for our city to come together and conduct its business. We pray that you would grant to our mayor and the city council and to the represented agencies the wisdom that they need to guide us and direct us and to make the decisions that will lead our city in the direction it should go. We're so thankful for the energy of the young people in the room tonight and the well representation they made of our city. We do pray that you would continue to bless them as they grow to become representatives of Paris. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Please join me as we salute our nation's flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pastor. Item 5 is report on closed session. Mr. Dunn.
Thank you, Mayor. The council met on closed session to discuss the item noted on the agenda. Discussions were not completed, so the council will be adjourning back to closed session after the meeting, but no reportable action will be taken tonight.
Thank you. Item 6 is our presentation and announcements. 6A is a presentation of certificates of recognition to the Paris American Youth Soccer Organization, also known as AYSO, commemorating the team's historic third-place win in a tournament with Apac Strikers team. This will be introduced by Councilwoman Nava.
Thank you, Mayor. So I first want to go ahead and take a moment by letting you all know how this was approached on our agenda. I was reached out by a parent, Sarah, from the team, who let us know that our youth had a great season this year. They're an under 10 AYSO team, so I felt like it was only fitting and right for us to have all this great energy from a great sports team here in our own very city of Paris. So like was mentioned by our pastor, they're a great representation, and I know that they have accomplished so much this season. So we are so eager to come down and take pictures with you all and just celebrate you all here at our city council chamber. So thank you.
Okay, this is 10 and under teams, right? So you guys better be shorter than the mayor. Okay, I'm going to read off what the first one says, which will be the same for all the team players, and then we'll read off the names. The certificate of recognition presented to Jacob Luis Mendoza. Team player, AYSO Region 544, 10 and under soccer, boys soccer. May it be known that in your honor, the amazing performance, dedication, and time, the mayor and city council hereby presents Jacob with the certificate of recognition for making history as the first 10 and under boys team for AYSO Paris to place and win third place in a tournament with Apac Strikers team. Congratulations. Bentley Enzo, oh my goodness, I knew I should have pulled this out earlier. How do you pronounce your last name? What, one more time? Bunyaseng. I think I got that. Rocky Solomon Robles. You got a big fan club out there, buddy. Ryan Nathan Vidal. Jason Alexander Talavera. Nathan Zoltan Juarez. Gil Andre Cervantes. Did I say that right? Huh? That's what I said, Isael. Mateo Jimenez. Nathan Carlos Portillo. Christian Madrid. Pablo Chavarria. All right, I went too fast. This is for the coach. Team coach, AYSO Region 544, 10 and under boys soccer. May it be known that your amazing performance, dedication, and time, we hereby present Pablo with a certificate of recognition for making history for the first U10 boys team from AYSO Paris to place in third place. Congratulations. And finally, to the assistant coach, Jaime Aguilar. Jamie? My bad.
Yep, let's put you over just right in front of the podium, sir. Right here. Let's go down just a little bit. Yep. Coach, can we get you on this side over here? Come over here, pink shirt. On this side. That's a nice shirt right there. Okay. Good.
Parents, you can come on up, take a picture too.
Parents can come up and take pictures. Get as close as you need to.
Okay, I'm gonna do mine first, and then I'm gonna get out of the way. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Come on up, parents. Don't be bashful. It's $5 a shot. No rush, guys. Just come on up. All right, congratulations, guys. Okay, any comments from council before we move on? Councilwoman Nava?
Once again, congratulations to the player. It's so great to have you all here joining us today, and also a great thank you to the parents and all those involved to making sure your players make it to practice and just for everything you do to support them. There is so much to be gained from doing sports such as discipline, you name it, building character. So once again, thank you all so much, and to many more successful seasons. Thank you.
Councilwoman Rogers.
I just want to congratulate the team for doing a fantastic job. And your energy is so contagious, it transmitted through the internet. You had my screen just jumping over here. So Congratulations again for a great season. Thank you for representing Paris.
Mayor, Councilman Rab?
Yes, I want to congratulate the players and their parents and the coaches. Did an excellent job representing Paris, and may you have continued success in the future. Thank you.
All right.
Mayor Pro Tem?
All right, real big congratulations to Apex Strikers team, especially the coaches and parents for doing a lot of work and for the actual athletes. I too am a product of Paris AYSO soccer, and I still vividly can think about all the friendships that I made during that time, and the experience that the kids are getting right now is something that they're going to remember for the rest of their lives. So big congratulations. Thank you.
Okay, congratulations, soccer players. You guys did an awesome job this season. Coaches, big kudos to you. It takes a lot to be a coach. You have to take a lot of your time off to come out here and teach, and it's all volunteer, so I do definitely appreciate what you do. And as far as the parents, it's the parent support that gets the kids out to the park to even play. And it does take a lot of time. I know that, and some of us parents works. I have 3 grandkids in my home, so we're taking turns on weekends. Who's got to go to the soccer field or what? So it's a big it's a challenge for everybody. So, and then to have a team that plays third in that tournament is awesome. So congratulations to everybody. Well deserved. So parents, you're welcome. If you'd like to leave now, I know it could be a long meeting. You're welcome to leave, and we'll pause a few minutes to let you guys go. You're probably going to go to the pizza or something. I don't know. Mayor will be with you guys in 30 minutes. You're welcome. No, come on. Don't you all wish you were back at that age? Yeah. Okay, moving on. 6B on presentations is the presentation recognizing Public Works Week. This will be presented by Bryant Hill, our Director of Public Works.
Good evening, Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, council members. It's my pleasure to announce that next week is the National Public Works Week. It's May 15th through May 21st. Each year, the American Public Works Association, APWA, selects a theme for the year that represents public works. Last year's theme was Stronger Together, and this year's theme is Ready and Resilience. Within every public works professional lies a superhero, which is represented in this year's photo that you have up there on your screen. Public works professionals are always ready to serve their community and resilient as ever in their abilities to pick themselves up off the ground after encountering challenges. The Ready and Resilient theme highlights the ability of these professionals to perform regular public work duties and be ready at a moment's notice to react as first responders during natural disasters and to overcome trials when they have in the field. Public works superheroes help keep communities strong by providing an infrastructure of services in transportation, water, wastewater, public buildings, open spaces, emergency management, and right-of-way management. The public works heroes are what makes our communities great places to live, work, and play. So join me in celebrating these superheroes of public works. I'd like to share a short video of the work that Public Works has done throughout our community, and I'd like to thank IT for helping us put this video together. So IT, play the video.
My role in Public Works is the daily operations of all street maintenance and repairs. As daily, we start in the morning handing out work orders, making sure everyone has the correct equipment to be out there and complete the jobs. Anywhere from illegal dumping to graffiti to street maintenance as far as striping, potholes, sidewalk repairs, signage, and weed abatement. Weed abatement is one of the big areas that we're on right now, trying to take care of all the weeds throughout the city. I've been with Public Works now going on 9 years. I started as a temp, moved my way, got hired on, and became a street maintenance worker 1, and moved my way up now to Public Works crew leader. My favorite part of Public Works has to be the teamwork, working with everybody. I love sports, so team's like a big part of my life, and just getting that teamwork in and working as a team and accomplishing the same goal all together.
And that concludes my presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. Anybody have any comments? All right. Moving on to item C, City of Paris Employee of the Quarter recognition for the first quarter of 2022. This will be presented by our Director of Administrative Services, Aida Amosgar.
Thank you, Mayor and City Council. This item will be presented by Mr. Jeffrey Robinson. He's one of our code compliance officers for the city. Jeffrey, thank you.
Hello, Mr. Mayor, City Council, City Manager. On behalf of the Employee Recognition Committee, I want to congratulate Caitlin Barron, who was voted as the Employee of the first quarter of 2022. Her positive attitude towards her peers and city residents is displayed on a daily basis. The way in which she carries herself is noticed by our city residents, her fur babies, and her peers. The ERC would like to congratulate and applaud your accomplishment. We will now invite Mr. Manager Trejo to the podium.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, members of the City Council, and city staff. This evening gives me great pleasure to take a few minutes to acknowledge Ms. Caitlin Barron for the City of Paris Employee of the Quarter Recognition Award. Ms. Barron deserves to be recognized for her exemplary service and dedication to our city in providing animal services and control to our residents. Caitlin joined our team in August of 2017 as an experienced animal control officer, and quickly began to display her excellent work ethics by demonstrating an above and beyond customer service commitment which influenced the division's success. Ms. Barron is always willing to assist other animal control officers with any tasks and takes the time to answer any questions and concerns from our citizens. Her humble personality and desire to help shows in everything she does, especially when assisting those animals in need, such as stranded kittens, where she goes out of the norm to foster them and eventually provide a chance for them to be adopted into a perfect home. Caitlin is always looking for innovative programs and ideas to implement in the service and care of the animals. Her dedication and sincere commitment to serve our community makes her truly a pleasure to have in our division. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Caitlin Barron on her Employee of the Quarter Award.
Well, I surely didn't recognize her outside of the uniform. I was looking around thinking, where is she? All right, we're gonna come down, we'll present you with your plaque, and then we'll take photos, and then we're gonna put you on the spot, and you're gonna have to say something. All right, so that gives you time to think what you're gonna say. Okay, certificate of recognition presented to Caitlin Barron, employee of the first quarter of 2022. May it be known that the mayor and the city council of the city of Paris hereby recognize Caitlin Barron for her dedication and unwavering commitment to the city of Paris. Your efforts are commendable and greatly appreciated. Presented on this 10th day of May, 2022. Is there a letter in here too, or no? Just a card. Oh, she already got it, okay. So in here is a gift certificate for you and the mayor to go out and have lunch someday. Okay. All right, we're gonna take a picture now. Everybody look to the right. Back to the left. Congratulations. Come on up, daughter. Daughters. Come on. One more time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Congratulations.
Don't go away. Stay
Oh,
right
gosh. I thought I'd thank you. I would get out of it. Just kidding.
No.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Steps today. Okay, Ms. Barron, you're on the podium. We're not gonna let you go that easy.
Just wanted to say thank you. Out of my 16 years of doing animal control, this is the best agency that I've ever worked for.
Oh, she wants a raise.
The dedication. Say again?
Nothing?
My coworkers are just amazing. So I just want to thank all of my coworkers. You guys are just the best. Robert, thank you. Jeff, thank you. And also, I have 6 available kittens for adoption if anybody wants one.
Nice. Very good. Thank you. All righty. Item 7 is our Youth Advisory Committee Communications. This report will be given by Jasmine Lomelli, our Vice President.
Good afternoon, Honorable Mayor, members of the City Council, and City staff. I am honored to be YSC's Vice President, Jasmine O'Malley. Today, I will be providing you guys updates on the YSC's latest and upcoming events. On Saturday, April 30th, YSC hosted a park cleanup at the Progressive Enchanted Hills Park. The local community came out, and along with our park staffs, much of the outskirts of the park were cleaned up. YSC is looking forward to the grand opening. Additionally, YSC hosted game night Friday, May 6th. We had a larger turnout than usual. Our next game night will take place on Friday, June 3rd from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Statler Youth Center. On Wednesday, May 18th, YSC will participate in this year's Empowering Your Mind event. We are looking forward to learning more about mental health and coping mechanisms to help with everyday struggles. Furthermore, on Friday, May 20th, YSC will be volunteering at the Senior Prom event. YSC is always excited to engage with our senior community. Aside from updates, YSC would like to provide more information on Better Speech and Language Month. Disorders of speech, voice, language, and hearing can develop at any point in an individual's life. There is plethora of causes of these disorders such as illnesses, accidents, and genetic disorders. We would like to raise awareness that early intervention is very important. Finally, YSC would like to wish every mother a very happy and well-deserved Mother's Day. We also like to remind everyone to please follow us on social media at Paris YSC for more updates and upcoming events. For more information on YAC or any events discussed today, feel free to dial the Statler Youth Center at 951-435-7230, extension 400. YAC would like to remind everyone to remain safe and healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine. Item 6 is public comments. Madam Clerk, do I have any requests to speak?
No, sir.
IT?
No, sir.
Anybody in the audience at this time? This is on anything that's not on our agenda. Okay, hearing and seeing none, we'll move on to item 9, which is approval of minutes. 9A is consideration to approve the minutes of the regular meeting held on April 26, 2022 of the City Council and all the rest of the agencies as listed on our agenda. There are no questions or comments. I'll entertain a motion to approve. I have a motion by Councilwoman Nava, second by Councilman Rab. Please call a vote.
Councilmember Rogers?
Yes.
Councilmember Nava?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Corona?
Yes.
Councilmember Rab?
Yes.
Mayor Vargas?
Yes.
5-0, motion approved.
Thank you. Item 10 is our consent calendar. Consent calendar items are normally enacted in one motion. The mayor or city council may remove a consent calendar item for a separate action. Public comment will be allowed and will be limited to 3 minutes. If nobody has any questions or anything they want to pull, I'll entertain a motion to approve. Seeing nobody wants to pull, do we have any public comment on this, Madam Clerk?
No, sir.
IT?
No, sir.
Okay, anybody in the audience? Okay, I have a motion by Councilman Rab, second by Councilwoman Nava. Please call a vote.
Councilmember Rogers?
Yes.
Councilmember Nava?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Corona?
Yes.
Councilmember Rab?
Yes.
Mayor Vargas?
Yes.
5-0, motion approved.
Thank you. Item 11 is our public hearings. 11A is consideration to adopt proposed resolution number next in order, to deny or adopt proposed resolution number next in order, and adopt the first reading of proposed ordinance number next in order, to approve general plan amendment GPA 21-05040, a zone change 21-05039, tentative track map 38071 and 38071-1, a proposal to amend the general plan land use and zoning designation of approximately 48.6 acres located at the northeast corner of Ramona Expressway and Evans Road from the specific plan and R-10,000 to R-6,000 to facilitate 188 single-family lot subdivision with 7 lettered lots. The applicant is Jason Keller from Mission Pacific Land Company. The proposed resolution number next in order is entitled, "A Resolution of the City Council of the City of Paris, County of Riverside, State of California, denying General Plan Amendment 21-05040, Zone Change 21-05039, and tentative track maps 38071 and 38071-1 regarding a proposal to amend the general plan land use designation of approximately 31.1 acres located at the northeast corner of Ramona Expressway and Evans Road from R-10,000 zoning designation to R-6,000 to facilitate 188 single-family subdivision within 7 lettered lots based upon the findings herein and subject to the conditions of approval." Or the proposed resolution number next in order is entitled, "A Resolution of the City Council of the City of Paris, County of Riverside, State of California, adopting mitigated negative declaration 2370 and approving General Plan Amendment 21-05040 and the tentative track maps 38071 and 38071-1 regarding a proposal to amend the general plan land use designation of approximately 31.1 acres located at the northeast corner of Ramona Expressway and Evans Road from R-10,000 zoning designation to R-6,000 to facilitate 188 single-family subdivisions within 7 lettered lots based upon the findings herein and subject to the conditions of approval." The first reading of the proposed ordinance number next in order is entitled, An Ordinance of the City Council of the City of Paris, County of Riverside, State of California, approving zone change 21-05039, a proposal to change zoning designation of approximately 31.1 acres located at the northeast corner of Ramona Expressway and Evans Road from R10,000 zoning designation to R6,000 to facilitate a 188 single-family subdivision with 7 lettered lots based upon the findings herein and subject to the conditions of approval. This will be introduced by Director of Development Services, Mr. Kenneth Fung.
Honorable Mayor and members of the City Council, this project will be presented by our Senior Planner, Nathan Perez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council. Tonight before you, we have the Stratford Ranch Residential East project, which was recommended for denial by the Planning Commission on April 6th for the following 3 reasons. Reason number 1, the Planning Commission expressed that the developer should have considered mixed use rather than a single-family residential neighborhood. And mixed use is essentially a multi-story building that has commercial at the bottom and residential on the top. The second reason was that the Planning Commission expressed that the project should have required an acoustical study to reduce the noise from events from the Paris Fairgrounds. And then the last reason was that the project lacked recreational facilities. I will also like to point out that there was a motion to approve with revised conditions, but it failed because there was no second vote to approve for a vote. Just stepping back a little bit concerning this project, the project is located at the northeast corner of Ramona Expressway and Evans Road, right across from the Paris Fairgrounds and also Lake Paris. The applicant is proposing a general plan and zone change from R10,000 to R6,000, which is similar to the density and also the zoning to the existing residential tract to the north and also future tracts across Evans Road. I would like to also point out that there's a 44 acres of commercial zone property located just south of Ramona Expressway, which is shown in the red area. Now, at the time when they presented this to the Planning Commission, the applicant was proposing to subdivide 48 acres into 192 single-family lots into 2 phases. And the reason why they phased it was because the Department of Water Resources was going to improve a channel, and the southerly portion of the project site was going to be used as an easement for construction. And that's the reason why they phased it out into 2 phases. When this was presented to the Planning Commission, Phase 1 included 111 lots, and then after the channel was going to be completed, the remainder 81 lots was going to be constructed. So after the Planning Commission, the applicant provided a response letter, which is attached to the City Council's packet, in response to the issues and concerns of the Planning Commission, and I'll go through each one of them. First, the applicant responded back to the consideration of mixed-use development. The applicant mentioned that the project site lacks visibility and also direct access from Ramona Expressway because there's a 150-foot wide channel between the project site and Ramona Expressway. Also, he mentioned in his letter that mixed-use development is better suited for urban environments that have mass transit, like what we see in the downtown area. The second response was for the consideration of a park. The applicant actually collaborated with Community Services to provide a 0.6 acre park, and it actually reduced the amount of lots from 192 lots to 188 lots. Some of the amenities that were proposed are 2 picnic tables, a swing set, and play equipment for children from 5 to 12. And the park is actually located on the right-hand portion of the slide. Also, I'd like to mention that that city staff is in discussion with the developer to provide a 27-acre park, which is shown in the blue area, also labeled as P-zone, which will provide further regional park for that area of Paris that's lacking recreational amenities. Let me go back. And the third response was the acoustical study. A noise study was already prepared, dated May 12th of last year, which determined by soundproofing walls, windows, sliding glass doors, and also roof, it would reduce the noise to meet the city's noise standards. Also, I'd like to mention that there was a noise memo dated April 19th, which further confirmed that with all these soundproofing requirements for windows and doors and walls, it would actually reduce the noise that's emitted from the Paris Fairgrounds to meet the city standards for noise. Also, the applicant agreed to provide an 8-foot high block wall along the easterly property line fronting Lake Paris, which is not needed for any type of acoustical noise reduction, but it's basically for security and also for privacy from traffic that's traveling along Lake Paris also. Also, would like to mention that all these soundproofing will be provided throughout the whole community. It's not just the parcels that are located along Lake Paris Drive. So in conclusion, staff is carrying forth the Planning Commission recommendation of denial. And I'm going to read it from the slide. To adopt resolution next in order to deny General Plan Amendment 21-05040, Zone Change 21-0539, and Tentative Track Map 38071 and 38071-1. Or if the City Council desires to approve the project, if you desire to approve it, City of Paris staff has drafted a resolution for approval with the findings that the project is compatible with the surrounding zoning and density, and also will help the city meet its RENA numbers and also meet critical regional housing demands throughout the whole region. Also, the planning conditions were updated to include condition number 52, which was handed out this afternoon to the City Council for consideration. So that concludes my presentation. I'm here to answer any questions. The applicant, Mr. Jason Keller, is also here to answer any questions you might have for him.
I do just want to note that there was also an engineering condition for one of the two track -1 versus non-1 that was included, that was inadvertently not included with your package, but it was included with the Planning Commission package.
Okay, what did we just get on our dais? Conditions of approval. Who's mentioning that? That's what you mentioned, Nathan?
Yes. So those updated conditions actually include condition number 52, and I'll just show the City Council the complete wording, which is basically the dedication of the flood control basin associated with track map 36647 to be utilized as a dual-purpose regional park and detention basin.
Okay,
these
so we're
planning-
just adding the plan for the park. Can you go back to that slide where it shows the park? Okay, so that's on the
on the blue area.
the west side. That's that large basin that we have there now.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yes.
got it. Okay, the applicant is here. Before we start with any council comments, I'm going to have the applicant come up, give his, if he wants to talk, and then I'm going to open up the public hearing, let the public give their talk, and then we're going to come back to the council for final comments and decision.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem and council members and staff. Thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight in front of you for our agenda item. I'm Jason Keller with Mission Pacific. I think Nathan did a great job of presenting the project, so I don't have a whole lot to add. I would like to say, though, Mission Pacific believes that staff did make the appropriate findings for the council to approve the MND, the zone change, general plan amendment, and tentative map. We believe the concerns raised by the Planning Commission have been adequately addressed as outlined in the staff report and with the modifications that we've made to the project and the tentative map subsequent to the Planning Commission hearing. So I believe that the project as proposed is a quality project and it advances the city's housing goals and policies of the general plan. So with that, we ask for your consideration tonight to approve the project, and we'll be happy to take any questions that you might have. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Jason, appreciate it. Okay, at this time, I'm going to open up the public hearing. Madam Clerk, do we have any requests to speak?
No, sir.
IT?
No, sir.
Anybody in the audience at this time wishing to speak on this item? Okay, hearing none, I'm going to close the public hearing. And council, it's your opportunity now. Any comments or questions? Councilman Rabb?
Yes, just a few questions. Regarding the 27-acre detention basin, the new condition, is there a plan in terms of a timeline to develop that into a park, or do we have a rendering as a proposed park?
Councilmember Rabb, there's no rendering at this point. The purpose of the condition is just to secure the site for the park when the city is ready to build it. So there's no rendering. In terms of timing, we'll need to work with our community services department in figuring out when there's sufficient funding to build that park, and that would be just at this point. We don't have that answer at this time.
Okay. Then this follow-up question would be, even with the dedicated land for the 27-acre park, the 0.6-acre park on the 4 parcels would still be built out with the development?
Yes, that would be, but with the development.
Another question, in terms of Evans, do we have a rendering and how it would appear on Evans with the landscaping and such?
I believe Mr. Perez has that slide.
My question would be, something I've been moving forward on or advocating is there's going to be a barrier between the sidewalk and Evans Road?
Yes, that's correct. There's going to be a parkway there.
Thank you, I see it now.
Okay, Councilman Corona, Mayor Pro Tem Corona?
Thank you, Mayor. You know what? With the concerns from the Planning Commission, one of the concerns that they had was on the sound, and with the speedway over there, I could hear it from my mom's house, which is, I don't know, maybe about 4 miles away. It does get loud. But I don't think that should exempt somebody from wanting to purchase a house if they are fully aware of it. I know when my mom purchased her home, she had to sign a document saying that she lives near March Air Force Base and that sound is going to be an issue. So in the future, you're not going to have people complaining about the sound because you signed documents on that. I don't see anything in here. Is there any way to condition that they have the residents, the people purchasing the homes, to sign a disclosure form stating that they need to, or is that in there?
Let me double check here.
Mayor Pro Tem Corona, I can defer to our city attorney if that could be a disclosure as a condition of approval.
Mayor Pro Tem, I would ask the applicant to state if they're adopting CC&Rs for the project, because that would be a place where it would go. The thing you're talking about, March Air Force Base, is actually called it's called an navigation easement, which is acknowledging that planes are going to fly over your house. This would be slightly different. So this would be something that they would probably have to disclose in their sales, but I would defer to them to explain that.
Okay, I'm not saying it needs to be conditioned for approval, but I would, I don't want to have an issue when the houses are all built and you guys are all gone, that the residents are coming to us and complaining about the speedway when it's been there for decades and decades.
They need to be known, and that's where
Yeah.
CC&Rs come in place.
Yes.
Yeah, if I can address that, we'd be fine with the condition of approval requiring disclosure to the future homeowners. It can be handled as a separate disclosure to the buyers, or additionally through the CCNRs. I think what Eric mentions is probably the right approach, is to be disclosure to the future buyers, and that would be we'd be fine with the condition for that.
Okay. And then at the same time, I mean, similarly but completely different, with the park issue, I know that land is designated for a park for 27 acres, but there's no telling when that park's going to be built. With the city is focusing on the other parks right now, and I can't foresee when we would have the funds for that. And I don't want a situation like we saw at other places, specifically in Monument Park Ranch. In Monument Park, where the residents were very adamant that the city was responsible for it. When so I think what I'm trying to get at is that I would really hope that you guys don't promote that park as it's going to be a new park coming up soon, and then the residents are coming here a year later from now, and they're saying, hey, we still don't have that park that was promised by the city, because when we bought the house, they told us there was going to be a park there. So I do hope that the home builders and the people selling it aren't promoting that as going to be a future park. And then, but at the same time, I do want to express my comments, though. I don't think we're in a position in the city here in Southern California to be to say no to housing projects that are actually zoned for them. That's all the comments from me. Thank you.
Okay. Councilwoman Rogers?
Thank you, Mayor. In light of the fact that the applicant has addressed the park concerns, done the acoustical study, and the fact that we are required by SCAG for this council in the next 5 years to come up with over 7,000 new housing units, we have to be very mindful of that requirement. And this preliminary design gives us approximately 188 housing units with the park, the smaller park in place at the beginning or during the phases, and then the larger detention basin for another park in the future. So I think that we need to go ahead and adopt this plan and approve it. And I think the concerns that the Planning Commission has addressed and has spoken of, how the applicant has done their best to remify those. So I'm in favor of approving the project. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Councilwoman Alva?
Thank you, Mayor. I just have a few comments to also add to the conversation. Now, in the agenda reading, it mentions a lot of conversation about the windows to mitigate noise, but on page 7 of the noise assessment, there's a lot of variables to cover, and Nathan also mentioned in the presentation the windows. But I just wanted to confirm that all the other assessments will also be taken into consideration as far as the roofing, the walls.
Yes, that will be taken into consideration, and the noise study was prepared that addresses all those things that Nathan mentioned. So.
Okay, great. And as was mentioned up here on the dais, as far as the concerns of noise levels, the fact that the Lake Paris and the future concerts that are coming up, it's no surprise these have been there. So I'm hoping that this CCNR will come to no surprise to potential home buyers when purchasing this area. So it's not like it's going to come after the fact. It's already something visible and you could foresee that happening. But I'm pretty certain it was included as part of the CCNR. So if I could just have somebody verify and let us know, that would be great. And again, we shouldn't be so critical as far as, I would hate to be critical as far as housing development, because we are in dire need. And the conversation is that we need to have homes available for everyone out in the market, including first-time new home buyers. And that's why I think it's imperative to have housing available here in the city of Paris for various incomes. So not only will the noise mitigation factor help with the noises coming from the lake and the concerts and whatnot, but even as far as your neighbor, these homes will be in close proximity to each other. And I'm sure, again, this is something that future home buyers will be able to witness when they go in and tour the home models and whatnot. So Again, thank you to the developers for choosing the City of Paris to conduct your business. I look forward to hearing how we can get better, because as far as I know, home developers are coming very far and in between now, as far as I understand, and that might be something that's adding to the housing shortage. So once again, thank you for taking our concerns and helping us take in the concerns of our planning commission meeting as well. And as far as the commercial that was mentioned, that was one of the areas of concern. It's really tricky to nail down commercial, especially when you are running back so many feet. And I did question staff if there was any way for us to do away with the DWR, or am I using the right acronym? The DWR, and it's needed, and there's no way for us to work around that. So that was also another question I had, if any point along the future we could turn that into commercial. But as far as we know, that's what it is. And again, I would hate to turn away housing for something that, there's really no way around it. So if there isn't a motion already, I motion to approve this item.
Okay, we have to wait till we get there because they have to specify the resolution.
Commissioner, no, if I could just add, just regarding the CCNRs, there is a condition prior to the final map, so we would address the noise disclosure with that part of that documentation prior to the final map.
Thank you.
All right, Kenneth, Nathan, can you pull up the map of the rendering of the plan? So just real quick, the existing homes that are up there now, was there acoustical studies then?
We actually don't really know if there was an acoustical study. However, we haven't received any complaints from any of the neighbors.
It was just a simple question. I was just curious, how about 8-foot walls on the east border?
We went out there to measure the site. The existing wall to the north is 7 to 7.5 feet in height. That's why we recommend an 8-foot high, tall height wall. I'm sorry.
Good. So with, that's not the map I wanted. Well, yeah, that's fine. So when it comes to commercial, the big challenge that the council has and staff has, economic development, is you need rooftops before you can get to the commercial. And this is definitely bringing us the rooftop. And as Nathan has shown us, and we all know, across the street, those two C zones are commercial zones, so we can have plenty of commercial there. It's unfortunate the DWR project, it's a 150-foot buffer, and thanks to our loving friends up in Sacramento, they're not even going to culvert this and put it underground. It's going to be an open channel. So it's not going to be a pretty sight, in other words. And then to try to have a commercial component after that, it's just not going to work. I applaud the Planning Commission's comments, but we have to go a little bit further than just that. I hear what you're saying, Mayor Pro Tem, and I don't think we're going to be bragging about a park, but what's most important is that we secure the property for a park down the road, and that's why it's got to be in there so we can get this. And the housing element, you guys all touched on that. We need houses to make up with this housing element. So it's a win-win for everybody. They're throwing in the park to help, a little community park, if you will, for the residents. I appreciate that. They're at least showing some effort on that. And then down the road, we'll work on what's across the street. I don't want to keep focusing on that right now. All right, so Nathan, can you bring up the two screens that shows the two different proposals so Councilwoman Nava can go ahead? I have another question. Councilman Reb?
Oh, it's not really a question, it's just a comment. I'd like to thank the Planning Commission for weighing this project and making their decision. We respect your decision. I think them making that decision last month added on all these extra incentives. So I just want to congratulate the Planning Department and just congratulate them and encourage them to continue vetting these projects out. As my colleagues mentioned, we do need more housing. I was actually leaning toward voting no on this, but the detention basin 52, setting that land aside helps. My concern moving forward, and we'll be voting yes on this, is the cul-de-sacs and the maze kind of streets, I think we're moving away from that. I would like to see more grid systems, more walkable communities. The obesity epidemic is a major issue in America, and we need to encourage people walking, people getting out more. That with the poison food supply, but we're not really over that. I would like to also see a little bit more mixed use moving into the future, a little bit more higher density for people in their early 30s and their 20s to be able to have a unit, a condo, such moving forward. But I do understand the concerns, and given the developer, want to congratulate them for moving and working with us to making the project more palatable for the community. So I'll be voting yes on it as well.
Councilwoman Alva, do you want to make a motion?
Yes, just a really small comment before I do. Something that has been, wavering in the residents is the shading area for the play equipment. I'm not sure if that's also been taken into consideration, but something very minor that can make a really big difference, especially as the summer months are coming along. So if that hasn't been taken into consideration, if we could also add that into the conditions, a shaded play area, play equipment. And with that being said, I would like to go ahead and
Hold on, IT, we need the option B up, not A. You just leave it right there, that's fine right there.
I would like to make a motion and adopt the first reading, introduce first reading of ordinance number.
No, you got, read the first line.
Adopt resolution. Sorry, I'm new to this.
Okay.
Adopt resolution number next in order to adopt mitigated negative declaration 2370 and approve GPA 21-05040. Tentative track maps 38071 and 38071-1. And introduce first reading of ordinance number next in order to approve ZC 21-05039.
And the added condition as well, right, number
And
52?
the added condition, yes, number 52.
Mayor, if I may, we'd also need to read into the record the conditions of approval for engineering, which
Okay.
are also attached, and to.
The one that's on our desk, I mean, on the
Yes.
dais?
Yes. And then also add a condition to require disclosure of the adjacent state fairground recreational activities.
Okay, you good with that?
Yes, I'm good with that.
And the last one, add the shades to the park.
Yes, shaded park, thank you.
All right. So we have the motion, I'm looking for a second.
A verbal one, or?
Well, you can hit the screen and,
Oh, go ahead.
you want a motion? I have a motion by Councilwoman Nava, second by Mayor Pro Tem. Call a roll. I'm sorry, Rita Rogers already spoke, right?
Yes.
Okay. Call a roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Rogers?
Yes.
Councilmember Nava?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Corona?
Yes.
Councilmember Rabb?
Yes.
Mayor Vargas?
Yes,
5-0, motion approved.
thank you. Okay, item 12 is our business items not requiring a public hearing. We have none. Okay, we get to jump to council communications. And we'll start with Councilwoman Nava.
Thank you, Mayor. So just going to report out on some of the activities I have had going on since our last council meeting. I was able to participate in the future park site cleanup of Enchanted Hills Park, which was great to see community coming out. And it's really nice to already see that the residents there have really taken a keen interest in this park. They are ready and eager for another park cleanup day. So we'll make sure that staff helps us organize another one. And then also I participated at the Palms Elementary Career Day, which I had a great time speaking to second graders and shedding a little bit more light as to what it entails to be a council member. And then I also had the opportunity to participate in the Paris Gala, which was great. It was held here at the Bob Glass Gym. And then lastly, to finish off tonight's comments, I want to continue wishing our mothers a very happy Mother's Day. I know that there are some mothers that are still celebrating today on the 10th. So a very happy Mother's Day to you all, and I hope you all had a well-deserved holiday for you. So thank you for all you do, and those are all my comments for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Rogers?
Yes, I'd just like to share with you that during last week's executive committee meeting of WRCOG, we did go ahead and vote to approve the community award for Brenda Romero and the Love for Life. So they will actually receive that community award at WRCOG's General Assembly on Thursday evening, June 23rd.
Awesome.
And that's all I have to report this evening.
Thank you. That's good enough. Okay, Councilman Rab.
Yes, this past Sunday, or the Sunday before last, I had the opportunity, along with Mayor Vargas, to attend the Congregational Church's 135th anniversary. It was a great service, a great event. A lot of Paris history was on display, and it was just good to see how much of an impact this church has made to our community. Before it was started before the city even incorporated, I think 25 years before the city incorporated. This past Thursday, I had an opportunity to attend the Apac group for Paris High School and inform the kids about what I do here as a city councilman and my professional job as a deputy district attorney in San Bernardino County. Apac is a group that helps guide African American students at the Paris High School to college and trade school and other opportunities once they graduate. So it was a great experience going back to my alma mater. And then also, as Councilwoman Nava mentioned, I attended the Rotary Honors event. I just want to congratulate Wendy and Brenda Romero for all the things they've done with us to help the city through Love for Life and all the great things they will continue to do for the city. So that concludes. And also, lastly, I want to wish all the mothers, hope you had a happy Mother's Day, and we really appreciate all the great things you've done for just society and your children in general. Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem?
Okay. I did a little bit of reading on certain news articles and seen a couple of news reels with regards to something going on in the country called the investor invasion, which is when certain companies and investors, they come out and they purchase homes, but for the sake of trying to rent them out. And some places in different parts of the nation are using different tools and mechanisms to try to combat them to ensure that the normal person who's trying to save up and find a home for their family aren't priced out. So I'm going to be sending some information to our staff and at the same time, I kind of hope our staff could maybe come up with some different ideas. Now I'm not talking about the person that buys a home, pays off the home and wants to upgrade, and they keep their home as a form of extra income. I'm talking about the people that go out and they're buying 40 homes at a time. It's kind of an issue in certain parts of our city. Is kind of the case. The pride of home ownership kind of creates stability in a neighborhood, and if people are kind of coming and going, it kind of affects all aspects of our community. With our schools are kids are constantly coming in and out and stuff like that. I was not able to go to any events in the last few weeks because I became a father again. My wife gave birth to a healthy little boy, Camilo Miguel Corona, who was born on April 30th, and the mom and baby are doing fantastic. So it's a special Mother's Day again for my wife, and I'm trying to catch up on sleep. But I do want to say thank you to all the prayers and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations on the baby. I had the great opportunity to attend the Valverde Unified School District 2022 Art Show, and they offered a Mayor's Choice Award, so I got to pick a nice piece of art there. And then Enchanted Hills cleanup, you heard about that. That park is going to be phenomenal when it gets done, and I thank Community Services for all their input, what they've done thus far, and to be there and see all the community people really involved makes me really feel that I think they're going to take care of this park, so let's hope for the best. Mr. Councilman Rad mentioned the First Congregational Church. It's a great church, and 135 years, they have a phenomenal story behind them. I was blessed to have the opening remarks for the Bangladesh community for Eid al-Fitr. That marks the end of the Ramadan, the Muslim holy month of fasting. They had that activity here at the Bob Glass Gym. I attended the Riverside County Office of Education Celebrating Educators Luncheon. Myself and our intern Heidi Flores went along. A lot of nominees from the Paris and Valverde, but we didn't take any this year. But it was still nice to be there and support our educators. Chamber of Commerce Perk-Up Hours, those are always good to attend. They had the last one at Costa Brava Restaurant down here on D Street and 11th. We heard about the Rotary Club Paris Honors Gate. It's nice that Wendy did receive the Citizen of the Year, and now that we have word from Councilwoman Rogers that she's also going to receive the award for the WRCOG is phenomenal. So, as Councilman Reb indicated, what they're doing with their Love for Life Association with the suicide prevention and anti-bullying is awesome, and to be spread out in so many different schools and a couple of universities as well, it speaks volumes for what they're doing. Grand opening ribbon cutting for Cortez Barbershop right down here on D Street. I think it was formerly called the Sandoval Barbershop. Yeah. Guy was there for a long time, and now we have welcoming our new owner, Mr. Rudy Cortez. They had a really good event this past Saturday. A lot of food, so. Okay, that being said, we're going to move on to item 14, our city manager's report.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening. I'd like to just remind everyone that the COVID-19 testing site still continues to be open Thursday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And also, I'd like to congratulate our Public Works Department for obtaining a first-round grant under the Cal Recycle SB 1383 Local Assistance Program, and were awarded $112,000. And this is to assist in the implementation of the measures to reduce organic waste. So, good job. Thank you. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Okay, great, thank you. Okay, everybody, thank you for attending. We are going to resume back to our closed session to finish some items. Hope everybody has a good evening, and thanks for being patient. Be safe.